Hello and welcome to Outside View Scandals, where we delve into the twists and turns of history's most shocking and unexpected political stories. Today we're talking about one of the biggest political scandals in post-war Germany, Willy Brandt and Günter Guillaume. This is a story of espionage, betrayal and political downfall set against the backdrop of Cold War tensions. It's a tale so extraordinary that if it were fiction you might accuse the writer of being overly dramatic. But trust me, this one is all too real. So let's start with the central figure of this drama, Willy Brandt. Brandt was not just any politician, he was the Chancellor of West Germany and a Nobel Peace Prize winner. He was a man admired for his vision and leadership, a symbol of reconciliation in a divided Germany. Brandt's Ostpolitik, or Eastern policy, aimed to normalize relations with East Germany and the Eastern Bloc, marking a significant shift in Cold War politics. But while Brandt was extending an olive branch to the east, little did he know that a serpent had slithered into his inner circle. That serpent was Günter Guillaume. On the surface, Guillaume seemed like a loyal and diligent member of Brandt's team. He worked his way up from being a minor party official to becoming one of Brandt's personal assistants. Guillaume had access to sensitive information and even accompanied the Chancellor on international trips. He was trusted, well-liked, and seemingly devoted to Brandt's vision for Germany. But Guillaume had a secret, and a very big one. You see, Günter Guillaume wasn't just a dedicated civil servant. He was also a spy for the East German Stasi. And for years, he had been feeding information directly to East Berlin, right under the nose of the West German government. It was the kind of infiltration that spy novels dream of. Except this really wasn't fiction. It was real life, and the consequences would be devastating. The exposure of Guillaume as a Stasi agent came in 1974, the year of my birth, but the story begins much earlier. Guillaume and his wife Christel were both committed communists who fled to East Germany after World War II. In 1956, they were sent to West Germany as sleeper agents, tasked with gathering intelligence and infiltrating influential circles. Guillaume joined the Social Democratic Party, or SPD, as part of his cover. Over the years, he proved himself to be a capable and reliable party worker, steadily climbing the ranks. By the time Guillaume joined Brandt's inner circle in the early 1970s, he had already spent decades as a loyal servant, not to West Germany, but to the East German regime. He reported everything he learned to the Stasi, from government strategies to Brandt's personal habits. And here's where the irony really kicks in. Guillaume's loyalty and hard work were precisely what made him such a successful spy. His competence and dedication earned him more and more trust, giving him access to ever more sensitive information. The question you might be asking is, how on earth did nobody notice? Well, the Cold War was a time of paranoia and suspicion, but it was also a time of elaborate spy games. East Germany's Stasi was one of the most effective and feared intelligence agencies in the world. Their agents were well trained, disciplined, and adept at blending in, and Guillaume was no exception. He played his role so convincingly that even his closest colleagues were blindsided when the truth came out. In April 1974, Guillaume was arrested by West German authorities. The investigation revealed the full extent of his espionage activities, and the scandal quickly spiraled out of control. Brandt, as Chancellor, faced immense pressure. While he himself was not implicated in any wrongdoing, the fact that a Stasi agent had operated so close to him was seen as a colossal security failure. Brandt's political opponents seized the opportunity to criticize his leadership, accusing him of being naive or even careless. The scandal came to a head in May 1974 when Willy Brandt resigned as Chancellor. Officially, Brandt cited personal reasons for his resignation, but it was clear that the Guillaume affair had dealt a fatal blow to his political career. And here's where the story takes an ironic twist. Brandt's Ostpolitik, which aimed to build trust and reduce tensions with East Germany, had been undermined by the very regime he sought to engage with. It was a bitter and humiliating end to what had been an extraordinary political career. But let's not forget about Guillaume himself. He was tried and convicted of espionage, receiving a 13-year prison sentence. After serving part of his sentence, he was released in a prisoner exchange and returned to East Germany, where he was celebrated as a hero. It's almost comical, if it weren't so tragic, that the man who brought down one of West Germany's most prominent leaders ended up being honored by the regime he served. So, what are the lasting lessons of the Brandt-Guillaume affair? First, it's a reminder of the high stakes and deep betrayals that defined the Cold War. Spying wasn't just a plotline for movies. It was a reality that shaped politics and ruined lives. Second, the scandal underscores the vulnerabilities of even the most secure systems. No matter how well guarded or prepared a government may be, the human element, trust, loyalty, and betrayal, can never be fully controlled. And finally, the story of Willy Brandt and Günter Guillaume is a cautionary tale about the cost of political scandals. Brandt's resignation marked the end of a transformative era in West German politics, but it also highlighted the fragility of leadership in the face of public scrutiny and political opportunism. In the end, the scandal wasn't just about espionage. It was about trust, vulnerability, and the consequences of deception. So what's your take on this story? Was Brandt a victim of circumstance, or did he bear some responsibility for allowing a spy into his inner circle? And what does the Guillaume affair teach us about the complexities of trust in politics? I really ask you to let me know your thoughts in the comments below the video, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more deep dives into political scandals. So thank you for watching Outside View Scandals, and I'll see you in the next video. One of them is right here in the end screen.